Today I have the 2015 Volkswagen GTI Autobahn Edition. This is going to be a full in-depth tour of the Volkswagen GTI Autobahn Edition. Here's the brand new Volkswagen key for the car. It's a slightly different design than previous Volkswagens, and it is still a switchblade key, although this car does have keyless access. We're going to start the car up, let it run. And once you're inside the GTI, just put your foot on the brake and press the button to start. All four windows are auto up and down. And then we'll check out the exterior of the car. And first, a thank you to Cherry Hill Volkswagen for making this video possible today. This 2015 GTI marks the 7th generation of the Volkswagen GTI. And up front, the styling is pretty familiar to the 6th generation, but there are some subtle differences. For example, the red stripe on the grille runs into the headlights. And this Autobahn Edition has the optional lighting package. So we get the U-shaped LED daytime running lights, as well as the HID headlights with AFS, which means the headlights turn with the steering wheel. On each side, we have LED fog lights. There's 3 of them in a vertical stack. And of course it has the honeycomb grille that the GTI is known for. And coming around the side of the car, we have the 18-inch alloy wheels with the red painted brake calipers. And up above, on both sides of the car, we have the GTI fender badge. And a new design for this GTI is this addition of a small A-pillar window that helps improve visibility. And in the side mirrors, we have integrated turn signals. And this new GTI is slightly lower, wider, and longer than the outgoing model. And around the back of the car, we have dual polished chrome exhaust tips. And this particular model has a backup camera which lives underneath the Volkswagen emblem. So once you put the car into reverse, this lifts up and a camera pops out. And taking a look at the cargo area. And what's really cool about the GTI's new cargo area is that this floor has 2 positions. So you can lift this up and put it down for additional cargo space vertically. Or if you leave it up, you will have a flat load floor once you fold the seats flat. And there is also a 12-volt power outlet in the back. Also, this car has Fender Premium Audio. So we have the subwoofer mounted in the spare tire, which is a pretty cool space-saving technique. And the hatch can easily be closed with one hand. Coming around to the passenger side of the vehicle, we have the fuel filler cap. And 91 octane is recommended for this car. And they also include a little holder for the gas cap so it doesn't rock against your car when you're filling up. And Volkswagen did a pretty good job with the stock ride height of this car. As you can see, the wheel gap is maybe about 3 fingers at the most. And coming up to the top of the car, we have the panoramic sunroof, which I'll show you once we're on the inside of the vehicle. And this new GTI for the North American market is being built in Puebla, Mexico. Now let's check out under the hood. To release the switch on the driver's side. As with all Volkswagens, the hood release is right in the center. In here we have the EA888 2-liter TSI motor, and this is a 4-cylinder motor that is turbocharged, has 210 horsepower, and a big upgrade to 258 pound-feet of torque for this car. The battery comes in a corrosive-free case. And now let's check out the interior of the vehicle. So stepping inside this GTI, the first thing you'll see is this brand new GTI steering wheel. What's new is the airbag cover is now just round, and the cruise control has been moved to the left side of the steering wheel. To turn on the cruise control, you press this top button right here. To set your speed, you press the set, and if you tap the brakes, you hit the resume button and it will bring you back to your set speed. And cancel will cancel your cruise control but not turn it off. To increase your speed in increments of 5, you press the plus button, and you press the minus to decrease it in increments of 5. And to increase in increments of 1, you tap resume, and to decrease in increments of 1, you press set. Then just below your cruise, you have your volume controls. Pushing to the right turns the volume up, and pushing to the left turns the volume down. And up in the gauge cluster, we have the new color MFI, which is the first in a Volkswagen America besides the Touareg. And to control the MFI, you use the right side of the steering wheel. So pushing to the right or left is going to scroll through the different menus. And once you're in the menu that you'd like by pressing OK, these up and down buttons are going to let you scroll through the menu that you're currently in. So the menus include a lap timer, driving data, which shows your instantaneous miles per gallon, your oil temperature, a digital speedometer, average speed, distance traveled for your trip, travel time, remaining range, and average fuel consumption. The navigation menu, once you have your navigation set, will also show your directions, but right now it's just a compass because I have no destination set. Audio is going to show you the radio station that you're currently on. I'll also let you scroll through the different radio stations. And the telephone menu is not available right now because I don't have a cell phone connected to the vehicle. And moving to the new navigation system for this Golf. This is a 5.8-inch color touchscreen display. The band button is going to let you scroll through satellite, AM, and FM radio. HD radio is also available. And to scroll through your presets, you simply use this like a tablet. Just slide to scroll. Media button is going to be if you have your phone connected, or if you use the MDI cable, which is now located in the center console. And this vehicle came with the plug for both the iPhone 4 and below, as well as the iPhone 5 and up connector. Pressing the voice button will allow you to use voice commands. Navigation takes you right back to your map. Traffic will show you traffic reports if you have serious satellite traffic, and each vehicle does come with a free trial. Pressing the car button will just give you some data about the car, such as miles till empty, average speed, average miles per gallon. And pressing the menu button will let you scroll through different menus. So for the radio, takes you to your radio. Media takes you back to media. Phone takes you to phone. Navigation takes you to navigation. And for the most part, these are pretty much redundant to the buttons on the side of the screen. However, once you get towards the end, such as sound, it'll let you set things such as your bass, treble, mid-range balance, fader, your subwoofer. And pressing setup will allow you to adjust your display, adjust the time and date, the language, or if you want your keypad to be in ABC or QWERTY format. Also allows you to adjust the units if it shows it in miles, kilometers, liters, gallons. And just below the screen you have your dual zone climate control in this Autobahn model. Pressing auto puts it into automatic mode, and pressing sync allows it to adjust the driver's side, adjusts both temperatures. You also have 3-stage heated seats in the front. And turning this, adjust your fan speed. And then coming to the left of the steering wheel, you have your new light controls. Off, auto, which is new for the Golf and GTI in America. And what's also new is that in the auto position you can pull out for fog lights, which you haven't been able to do before. And then you also have your manual controls just to turn them on. And then this will also adjust your brightness of the instrument cluster. And on the driver's door you have lock and unlock buttons. And then this is your power mirror control. Turning it to the left adjusts your left mirror, and you just simply use it like a joystick, left, right, up, and down. Same thing if you turn it to the right. And going all the way down is your heated mirror controls. And then further down is your window switch controls, which, as I said earlier, all 4 windows are auto express up and down, and your child safety locks. And coming down to the shifter, this car is equipped with Volkswagen's DSG, or dual shift gearbox. And here we have push button start, traction control off, and drive mode selection. And pushing the drive mode selection button brings up normal, sport, and individual. And if you go to individual, go to settings. You could set if you want your steering, engine, or front lighting to be in normal or sport mode. And going to sport mode in the steering basically just makes the steering weight a little bit heavier, and going to sport mode for engine makes the transmission hold your gears longer, and also downshifts for you as you brake. And I'm guessing front lighting in sport mode adjusts the speed of the AFS. And coming further down, you have another 12-volt outlet, manual e-brake, 2 cup holders, and an adjustable armrest. And if you open it, you will find another 12-volt outlet. And coming back to the steering wheel, you also have paddles for your DSG. Holding it turns it off manual mode if you go into it while in drive, and it also upshifts, left downshifts. And then here are your light controls to the left. Pulling forward flashes the high beams once. Pulling back puts them on permanently until you push them back or pull it forward again. And it also has your turn signals right and left. And just tapping it will give you a 3-blink lane change. And coming back to the stereo system, we also have Fender branded speakers up by the A-pillars. We also have one on each door. And above we have our LED map lights. This controls the rear lights, and this, pressing it, turns on whether or not the lights turn on when you open up the door. And here is the new sunroof control. It's no longer a dial. Pushing up makes it tilt. Pull down for it to tilt back to its closed position. Then there's also once press exit open. And here's the panoramic roof opening. And there is also auto express close. And there is also a mesh sunshade that's manually closing, and it keeps out most of the light but still lets a little bit through. And just above that we have Volkswagen CarNet, which is basically their version of OnStar. And it's heading to the back of the vehicle. I will show you the back seat space. I'm about 6 feet tall, and that's where I was driving. As you can see, there's still plenty of knee space. And it's in the back. We have more speakers on the door, as well as express auto up and down windows, as well as the door handles. And we also have 2 vents back here to open and close. And one thing that they got rid of back here is the door unlock. That was normally here, door lock and door unlock. That's now gone from this generation, the GTI. And on the back of both leather seats, we have storage pockets. And here are the LED reading lights. And grab handles on each side. The driver has one as well. And back on the passenger side, we have this carbon fiber dash trim that also lines the center console and instrument cluster, and a soft touch dashboard. And inside the glove box, you'll find that there are 2 SD card slots. One of them is used for the navigation data, as well as your CD player, and perhaps you can store coins in here. And then just above, right here, you can open and close this for a cooling glove box. And this glove box is felt lined. Now let's see how it sounds. And again, as you open up the door, you do have aluminum kick plates, and this red stripe does light up when the headlights are on. And these aluminum stripes on the door also light up at night. And there's a rev limiter about 3,500 RPM when you're in park. Now let's go check out the exhaust. Okay guys, now let's go take it for a quick drive. And right now I have the car in sport mode. And you can definitely hear some intake noise in the cabin. Overall, the car drives pretty smooth, handles great, steering has just the right weight to it. And overall, it's a really great handling car. Alright, and now we're about to take this on-ramp, and we'll see how it does in the corners. Going around these corners is no problem at all. Brakes will slow you down just perfectly. And the car has no trouble getting up to speed. Now use the paddles to upshift if you'd like, or to downshift. And you'll see the DSG. It's a perfectly smooth downshift. It's extremely quick. Hit the paddle and it does it. And I hope you enjoyed this in-depth tour of the 2015 GTI.